Now, President Trump, he is not answering any questions about the Jeffrey Epstein emails released this week, but he is posting on Truth Social blaming Democrats. The president claimed Democrats released 50,000 pages of Epstein documents in order to deflect from, quote, shutdown embarrassment. He went on to say some weak Republicans have fallen into the Democrats' clutches. The president's name appears hundreds of times in the pages that have been released, but we should be clear, he has not been accused of any wrongdoing. Earlier on CBS Mornings, we spoke to Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene about the Epstein files, and she criticized her Republican colleagues for failing to release them, but is still defending President Trump.
It's for the victims. These women have been waiting, some of them for decades. I talked to several victims that were raped by Jeffrey Epstein back in the 90s. And so this is information that has needed to come out for a very long time, and the American people have demanded it. And so the American people deserve to see transparency from their government. Rich, powerful people should not be protected. That is completely wrong. And it's a message to victims everywhere, victims of rape, human trafficking, and children who are trapped in terrible situations, that the government will not protect the predators, that we will work hard to protect the victims. I believe the women, and the women have said over and over again that Donald Trump did nothing wrong. Even Virginia Giuffre said it under oath, and she wrote it in her book. And so if we listen to the women, they say Donald Trump has done nothing wrong.
And on the takeout yesterday, Major Garrett spoke to Epstein survivor Annie Farmer, and he asked her about comments Speaker Mike Johnson made on the show, where he said lawmakers have to be careful about protecting the survivors' information.
I feel confused about what that means. I've never known what he means when he says that. Obviously, there's so many of us. I don't think the American people think this is a hoax. But what I will say is there has been a lot of misinformation that has floated around this case for a long time. And actually, that misinformation is very damaging to those of us involved, and very confusing. And so, in my mind, the best way of making sure we have the facts about this straight and we can separate fact from fiction when it comes to the Epstein case is to release all of the DOJ's files, right? They investigated. There's a ton of information. So I think that just speaks to the importance of transparency. The way that things have unfolded, there has been, it felt like just one stall after another. And that's really hard on the individuals that, like myself, my sister, so many of the survivors I know personally. This trickle of information is really difficult, right? We're just asking for the full files to be released, so we don't have to continue to live, in this roller coaster world where you never know what's coming one day to the next.
And you'll want to pay attention to this. A vote to make the Epstein files public is expected next week in the House.